Hey, Take Two viewers, welcome back to another in-car reviews on the road. Last time I did one like this, it was for the Great White and the Shark vehicle from Mask done by Ramen Toy, and I was just as excited that day to open up the box as I am today, so please do excuse the in-camera audio and poor lighting. I'll try and add some beauty poses later if I can, but yes, it's the SDCC 2025 Jada Street Fighter exclusives for Vega and Dhalsim. Now, this obviously isn't the first review of these figures, but it's definitely a no-frills, shill-free, unbiased look at how these figures are coming straight out onto shelves. So I'm curious to see if these are any better than their previous incarnation, and most importantly, I'm really keen to know how the accessories look and feel in hand. I must say I wasn't quite expecting the Vega box to be this much bigger than the Dhalsim one, considering they're both the same price. So packaging wise, it's already making a decent impression. But before I jump right into it, I want to take a moment to acknowledge and say a big thank you to the people who have subscribed to this tiny channel from day one till now. I don't have any sponsors sending me free stuff. I'm not on first name basis with the cool kids on the toy designer blog or even their preferred influencers. I got no fancy camera or studio setups either, so I really never expected to even make this much content to date, let alone have people tuning in to watch my ramblings. So a big thank you, dear subscribers, and for those of you viewing only because you like Street Fighter or Jada stuff, thank you all the same, and please consider hitting the bell and subscribe if you'd like to see more of such stuff. Alright, enough jibber jabber for me, let's open up the boxes. Okay, I'm gonna start with the Vega set first, just because I'm really looking forward to the Dhalsim one. I'll get to that in just a moment. But the Vega set, essentially what I really wanted to find out the most was whether the issues for his puppy pauldrons from the last time, have they been fixed? And I think they have, but in a nutshell, I mean, if you've checked out the internet, you can already see what this new set comes with, so I won't belabor it, but he basically comes with two new heads in the different colorways, as well as the same two new heads for his red version, and then I think there is one extra pair of hands that are kind of like in a thumbs up signal pose. The blast effect is blue instead of purple from the previous time, and what I also really wanted to know was whether this would show up really nicely on the different lighting, but I do need to point out that it's only the edges around it that are translucent. So when you hold it up against the light, that's the part that's probably gonna take on the color of whatever light you're shining through it. But I'll try and hit it with a laser pointer later and see how the rest of the body takes on light properties, but it feels really solid in hand. Zero articulation as far as I can tell, but it's very nicely sculpted, decent pose, paint applications. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty well done for the price point, and it actually is very easy to apply with the stand. Literally just the hole right here, and then plug in. It's good to go. So the flaming figure accessory does have a pretty good center of gravity, even with just the singular attachment point, as you can see, and the wide cape still works just as well as the last time around, so all good on that front. And like I said, most importantly, with the shoulder pauldrons, it seems to fit on more snugly this time around. with no popping issues like his predecessor did. Yep. So as much as I don't care for this colorway, but I'm really glad to finally have a bison that I can put in a Psycho Crusher pose without worrying about his pauldrons falling off. And speaking of Psycho Crusher, so the stand for him, if you notice, it actually comes in a tapered angle, so there's only one way to pop it on, like that. But once it's on, it stays on. Really good design for balance. I like that Jada put that thought into achieving something that looks simple and effortless, but could have been really problematic if not thought through properly. And for this, I've had concerns with breakages in previous figures before, but this one, the material, as you can see, it's really squishy, so no worries about breaking. Fits over really snugly. That's it. And then slip on the effect. And you got it. Awesome Psycho Crusher. Yeah, so very happy with this version, and I'm glad I wasn't disappointed this time around. So good job, Jada. Oh, and just before I move on to Dhalsim, I've seen the online feedback that the Vega set could have benefited from another flight stand, so that you could do a nice player 1 and player 2 Psycho Crusher combo. But I think that'll mean that you need another Psycho Crusher effect as well. So I think that set's good for what it is. And this set, the feedback is that if you have the Ganesha figure from the Four Horsemen Studios, that would make for a pretty cool 3D backdrop here as well. Which I agree, but it is on the pricey end, so unfortunately won't be featured in this review. But for its price point, I think it's pretty amazing what they have here. They've got the same flaming dude accessory, 2 flame on effects that he didn't have the last time around, the bendy limbs, and the extra head for the original colorway as well. But the reason why I really like this version even more so than the previous one is that the face paint application, I don't know if it's coming across on camera properly, but it's actually really nicely done. Against the ash blue-gray tone of the skin, I was not expecting the pink to come out as nicely and prominently as it does here, but it really did. It's even better than I think it looked in the pictures. The skull necklace is still as cheaply sculpted as it was before. And yes, compared with accessories from almost 2 decades ago, it does feel like paint apps have been skimped on over the years, but you know what? I think I'm just really partial to this color combination, even more so than the previous one. Somehow this combination of the gray blue with the bright orange just works a lot better for me than the player 1 version. So I just really like the look of this one a lot better. And the other thing about the head, this particular portrait that I really like, is that both flame effects, I mean obviously you'll still need the clear stand for support, but without it, it actually fits really nicely into the head. Let me see if I can get it right. Well, nope. Now it doesn't want to cooperate when it's on camera, but yeah, you can actually leave it in the mouth and it stays on despite the differential in weight. So again, really good engineering design from Jada, and I think that in itself deserves a big pat on the back. I do have a much better idea for the flame effect if you happen to have the specific figure that I'm having in mind. I'll try and get a picture of it later. But yeah, you can really set this head up for way more dramatic posing with a lot of other flame effect accessories. So I think just the inclusion of this head alone makes this whole set worth it as it is. So there you go. Quick no frills look at the Jada exclusives for San Diego Comic-Con this year, 2025. I hope you guys like these sets enough to want to go out and get them, because I think they are that good. Obviously, do wish that they came with better paint apps, but for the price point they're at, compared with what's available out there in the market these days, I still think this is pretty much as good value for money as you can get. Quantity, quality. So yeah, if you have a chance, run out there, snag them, and you'll have a lot of fun posing them. I can guarantee it. Thanks for watching. See you guys the next time. Bye.